What's up, y'all? It's your boy Bat Mac back at it again with the Patriots Connected franchise. We got the Week 17 matchup versus the Bills. We're going to go through it with just a quick highlights. Not going to show the whole game. Then we're going to talk about the stats at the end of the season. So let's get it.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
Alright, so here we go with Josh Allen coming onto the field. It's like I said in the very beginning of this, we're just going to go through highlights and we're going to talk about the season at the end of the stats at the end of the season. We're going for 16-0, and I think we can do it with ease. So here we go. To start the game, it's going to be a 2nd and 14 coming up for the Buffalo Bills. They didn't do very good on first down. Got tackled in the backfield, and it's another loss. And let's go. Marcus Peters with the sack. There you go. That's what I like to see. So we got them at 3rd and 24. You know, it's not really like ideal situation for them. And there you go. Horrible first drive for them. So now Tom Brady will be coming onto the field. An absolute monster. 43 touchdowns. He does have 25 interceptions, which is really bad, but 5,100 yards. Absolute beast. Let's get it going. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 22. We're making a really good drive. Tom Brady drops back, throws a dime to Philip Dorsett, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. And now the road to an undefeated season. Let's start it off well. With this win, we can go 16-0 for the 2nd time in Brady's career. With a way less talented team on offense, man. We ain't got a Randy Moss. We ain't got a, 2nd best receiver of all time on our roster. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 18 coming up for the Buffalo Bills, and a sack. Dante Hightower. There you go, Dante Hightower with great play right there. Now 2nd and 3 for us. Hand off to Damian Harris, who follows all his blocks, and he off to the races, and touchdown Patriots. Damian Harris, 500 rushing yards on the season, just straight balling. That's what I like to see. I love it. I love it a lot. That's what we want to see, man. Just straight balling on all of our sides. It's now 14-0 lead over these Buffalo Bills. We're going to look to try to get some points, but it's not going to work. We're bringing all the zero coverage plays that we can. Kyle Van Noy with the sack. Now it's going to be our ball yet again. We're due for a turnover or a sack. I can feel it. And sack. There you go. Brady's on pace to probably get sacked 30 times this year, which, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Now 3rd and 10. Josh Allen drops back all day in the pocket and interception! Marcus Peters. That's what I like to see. Let's go. Great coverage there, and that's an easy sack. Yes, sir. That's what I like to see right there. That was some good play right there. Let's get it. And now Tom Brady comes back to the field. So now 1st and 10. We're in the red zone, 13-yard line. Touchdown. N'Keal Harry. And now that's a wrap, 21-0. Like at this point, we can just kind of just run the clock out. I don't believe that their offense is going to score a bunch against us quickly. We got Ramsey following Tyreek Hill. So I'm confident in what we're doing, and we do double cover Tyreek Hill all this game. Because the guy's too fast to just let one guy guard him. But, I guess the Bills can get a long touchdown there. Make it a little bit more interesting. What a time. Touchdown Bills. TJ Yeldon. Can't be mad. Hashtag Roll Tide. It happens, No matter how irritating it may be. There you go, there you go. That's what I like to see. And now, here we go, 3rd and 9. Drop back and incomplete pass. There you go, Stephon Gilmore actually guarding Tyreek Hill. I guess we didn't have Ramsey following him. We just trusted our outside receivers. Outside corners to stop Tyreek Hill. Stephon Gilmore with another interception on the season. That's what I like to see. Yes, sir. That is what I like to see. There you go. That's how we do. What it do? What it do? Yes, sir. Stephon Gilmore has been locking people up all year. Obviously, Ramsey has as well. It seems like Stephon Gilmore gets more interceptions, but that's how I like. So that's a nice little halftime score. We got the lead. We're on pace to go undefeated. It's 21-7. We're leading in every statistical category. And there you go. Here we go in the 3rd quarter. Tom Brady drops back, and that's picked off. What a time. Tipped up in the air, and then it gets picked off. What a time. What a time. Gotta do better than that. All right. So, how about we get that fixed a little bit? That'd be fantastic. Another interception. So that's like what? 27 interceptions on the year for Brady? Something like that. 2nd and 10. Here we go. It's 21-10. They're making it a little bit more respectable than we want them to. And Brady brought down on the sack. What a time. Good thing our defense is doing good. 3rd and 20. And that's a neat pick. Yep, what a time. I think that's the 27th interception for Brady on the year. It's got to be a record for starting quarterback in interceptions in a season and still playing, to be honest. It has to be. I mean, at this point, that's just like, come on, man. Seriously? Ah, come on. Whatever, man. I can't be totally mad. We're about to go undefeated. And sack Dante Hightower. That's what I like. Yes, sir. Now, 4th down. Give us the ball back. So now 1st and 10. Here we go. Tom Brady. Gonna get sacked. All right. They're bringing a lot of pressure from zone blitzes. But it's good that we're seeing it now, because that way when we go in the playoffs, we will be prepared. And we will know how to stop it. And that's a touchdown. Brady, perfect pass to Philip Dorsett, and touchdown. And now I'm more comfortable about this lead again. That feels better right there. 28-10, 3rd quarter. Brady with a dime. Bop. Touchdown. Touchdown. Now I'm not totally upset. Okay, and touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady to Eric Ebron. That touchdown on the year for Eric Ebron, and that was a dime from Tom Brady. Stretching the field right there. Exactly what we can't do in real life. That's why we need to go get Antonio Brown again. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fourth and 7 coming up. And incomplete pass. Oh, we're killing them. And so here we go. And Tom Brady gets brought down on the sack. It happens. Is that an airplane going over me right now? Why are you so loud? Anyway, 2nd and 10. Here we go. Josh Allen throws it to Tyreek Hill, who is gone. Okay. Yeah, he's gone. What a time. He's gone. Yeah, you're not going to catch Tyreek Hill in open field like that, but that's going to be the last play of the game right there, is that little play. Now I'm going to let the commentary talk. I'm going to let the commentators talk. And they're going to talk about how our season went. Let me say, it was an overwhelming success. Let's go!
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for New England, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And our entire crew will catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Brady, 24 for 35, 336 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and an undefeated season. You heard him. You know the only teams to do it before, but now Tom Brady's done it twice. I wish the game could recognize that. But then you're asking too much of Madden. This ain't 2K, man. They don't get things right like that. But let's go. I love it, man. We went undefeated, 16-0. Y'all saw the journey. Our closest game was what? Against the Jets? It was a shootout? That was ridiculous. That was straight ridiculous, man. It was a long, hard-fought road. A long road, man. Thinking about it, I'm pretty sure the Jets were our closest game. And that's wild to think about. We murdered the Chiefs, murdered the Raiders, murdered the entire division, really. Destroyed the Rams, just beat them down to a pulp. The Jets, the first time, was the closest matchup we had all season. And we have lived up to the hype. Brady completely solidified himself as the GOAT. He already has 7 rings, and we're chasing our 8th. Brady and Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick will be able to prove himself and be able to prove of whether or not it was him or Brady that deserved all the credit, or the lion's share of the credit after this season. Because this will be Brady's final hoorah. It's sad to say, but this is his farewell tour. And I would say now it truly begins. Brady's seasons truly begin in the playoffs. We all know he's going to make it. We're the number 1 seed. The AFC playoffs runs through Foxborough. We went undefeated, and we're going to keep it going through the playoffs. So let's get it going. I don't know how I want to get 100 legacy points for that. I went undefeated. I should get 1,000 at least. It's ridiculous. Come on, man. Philip Dorsett moving up. 82 overall. Jerome Baker going to be an 80. Let's get it. Jonathan Abram. All right. So Tom Brady now he's leading the MVP race. So that means he's probably going to win it. They won't give it to Phillip Rivers. Brady's going to win that MVP race. I love it. I'm going to take a look at some of his records. Considering he's straight up the GOAT. 80,000 passing yards on a career. 80,798 for his regular season. 613 passing touchdowns. It's untouchable, man. That ain't going to get broken. That's crazy. 47 touchdowns. He did throw 27 interceptions. We're just going to ignore that because we went undefeated. 65% completion percentage is down for him. He got sacked 30 times this year. It's not that bad. It's not great, but especially considering his age. But he had a great season, man. Sonny Michel, 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns. He did fumble it 4 times. Yards after contact, 300. James White, 752 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. And Damian Harris with 500, almost 600 yards, and he had 8 touchdowns. So I would say it's a very solid run game just all around. And I like what I'm seeing. It's something to definitely hang our hat on and be proud of. We have 4 receivers over 1,000 yards. Josh Gordon, Eric Ebron, Philip Dorsett, and Julian Edelman. The touchdowns were led by Julian Edelman with 13. And we had Josh Gordon and Eric Ebron both with double-digit touchdowns at 10. N'Keal Harry with only 14 catches, but he still had 5 touchdowns. So I'm definitely prepared for that guy to be an absolute red zone warrior and probably just an absolute monster, to be honest, for when he's actually getting the lion's share of playing time. Philip Dorsett with 7 touchdowns and along with a 1,000-yard season. And there are a lot of people were scoring, even Keelan Doss. Sacks, we'll see who gave up the most. Is Yannick Kajus, only giving up 8, and then Caleb giving up 7. So that's not bad, you know. Obviously, then Shaq Mason's an absolute monster, only giving up 2. Jonathan Abram led our team in tackles with 121. Kyle Van Noy, Deron Harmon, Jerome Baker, also in the triple-digit tackles club. Well, Jerome Baker had 21 tackles for loss. Dante Hightower, 19 sacks. Calvin Noyes, 17. Jerome Baker, 15. So we definitely get pressure on the quarterback. 3 guys in the double digits for sacks, and Michael Bennett should have been in there with 9.5. That's an absolute ferocious pass rush. And it's not even like we rush forward. We just have to bring a lot of pressure, and we have a lot of exotic blitzes, and it's pretty hard for teams to pick up. Stephon Gilmore was leading our team in interceptions with 7. Marcus Peters was 6. Jaron Harmon was 6. Jalen Ramsey was 5. There you go. So we force turnovers, man. We don't exactly force a lot of fumbles, but we do get a lot of interceptions. Very opportunistic defense, the best secondary in the league, and I ain't tripping. Tom Brady is far above the best quarterback. Like, look at that. Like, that's too close to 1,000 yards above the next guy. Phillip Rivers, the only reason he would get MVP is because he had less turnovers, but I don't see that happening. I see Tom Brady being the MVP and solidifying himself as the GOAT. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how it goes. And now taking a look at time sacked. Justin Herbert led the league in getting sacked with 55. So I'm happy with our O-line. Considering how much we passed, that's pretty good. And I'm obviously showing you guys the stats around the league, so you guys can see how your guys' favorite teams did as well. Sony Michel led the league in rushing. Zeke, man, that guy's a monster. 21 touchdowns. Along with 1,700 yards. Zeke's about to end up being the GOAT. That's insane. It happens though. Like they're insane, man. Like, to say the least, this team is filthy. So I can't really be upset. Sony Michel, tied for third in the league in touchdowns. Kareem Hunt with 10. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Now receiving, Josh Gordon led the league in receiving yards. And then Eric Ebron second. Oh, wow. Okay. We straight balled out. Philip Dorsett fourth. Woo! Let's go. That's what I like to see. Yes, sir. Let's go. That's what we deserve. That is what we deserve. Let's get it. That's what I like. A lot of 1,000-yard receivers this year. Mohamed Sanu led the league in touchdowns, though. I mean, I didn't go trade for him, but, good for him. Good for him. Okay. Kelvin Ridley with 10. Tyrell, there you go. He had 10. My boy. Former teammate. Don't have a problem with that. Michael Thomas with the most yards after the catch. Surprising. He's not normally a guy like that. There you go. CJ Mosley leading the league in tackles, 134. Dante Hightower led the league in sacks, half a sack above Von Miller. So that's nice. Okay, and we had a lot of people in double-digit sacks, so that's good for us right there. And then Stephon Gilmore led the league in interceptions with 7. There you go. I hate how how Madden still does that and doesn't show all the stats all the time. Now let's take a look at the wildcard weekend. Jags at Chargers, Panthers at Seahawks, Jets at Ravens, and Redskins at Chicago. At Bears. Okay, so as we try to go into the next game, we do have Tua getting a nice little skill point there. Going to move him up to, to supervisor. And he stays at a 78. Okay, not too bad. And then DJ Chark will get the next skill point as we're wrapping up this video. We're going to take a look at how Wild Card Weekend went. And so the Chargers beat the Jags. Seahawks beat the Panthers. Jets beat the Ravens. And the Redskins beat Chicago. They beat the brakes off Chicago. 32-13. My goodness. Dwayne Haskins. Darius Geis. Okay. You know, something to hang your hat on, man. Okay, I'm proud of y'all. That's good. Can't be mad. Cannot be mad at that. Okay, so that's going to set up a matchup between us and the Jets. Yes, sir! Time to beat the Jets for the third time this season, y'all. Let's get it. And then the Chargers at Colts. So we'll play whoever wins between the Chargers and Colts. I'm predicting it'll be the Colts. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. Super Bowl, whatever it is, here we come. And Brady will get his 8th. I'm telling you right now, we're going undefeated. We're finishing it this time. Let's get it.